And as you can see, the siege has begun. This is the siege of Alexandria Erecosia, and it is well underway. You can see the walls are crumbling, the towers are on their way forward, and battle will be gotten here soon. Hello everyone, Ellington here, and we are back with another epic battle replay. This one was sent in by Agent Panda, and if I believe correctly, he is playing the Odrysian Kingdom. Then we've got Massilia being commanded by Sheriff. We've got Bulbasaur playing Pontus. Those are the attackers. Now for the defenders, we have got a Roman army being commanded by Buddha. We've got Saba being commanded by Jewel. And finally, we've got ourselves Swaby being commanded by Wolfie. So as you can see, like I said in the intro, we've got a nice, kind of solid attack going on here. We've got Pontus coming in on this side, Massilia kind of coming right down the middle, and then kind of a Odrysian Massilia combo coming on the left here. Odrysian Kingdom's a really interesting one to see on the attack. Typically a very high risk faction, something you don't see quite as much on an attack because they are low armor, a little bit high risk, high reward type deal. Unfortunately, we are looking from the attacker's point of view, so we can't quite see what is going on the defense. But that Rome is going to be definitely a lot of fun trying to get through. Let's see, we got a Hastati up top. I think they were expecting the Massilia might actually land on the walls, so they put a Hastati up there to deal with it. You can see their archers moving around in the background. Celtic warriors running back. It looks like what they're doing, I think they're trying to set up a kind of like a wall so that if the tower tries shooting its arrows, that they hit the towers instead of the enemy troops. Pontus moved up with mercenary Celtic warriors. I kind of like Pontus. I think they're a fun faction to play, to be honest with you. Gonna go right through this gap right here. So far, we can't see anything there. Oh, there you go. So you can see Saba defending to the side here, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see something over here. Now, the tough part about this faction, or about this, this settlement, is what you just saw. So because of this settlement, because of this kind of corner section here, it makes it very hard for the defenders to defend these streets right here, because it tends to allow you allow the attackers a lot of different angles to shoot you by. And so you typically get a thing where you kind of see the defenders defend something like this, and then honestly you tend to see them kind of defend over here instead, in places where they can support their own defenses. Up in this corner, there's really nowhere to set up your own archers to support yourself, so it makes it a very, very hard little spot to defend. Another piece of wall taken down, and some mercenary hoplites gonna go through. Got some bloodstorm from Swaby waiting to go into that breach. I like that he's not defending. Oh god, the artillery. I do like that he's not defending right in front of the breach. Bloodsworn are good at charging, so he's waiting. This is actually a really smart idea by Swaby. Well, I thought it was going to be a really smart idea, but I think there is something to be thought of here. So I think if you wait and let the enemy units come off of the breach a tiny bit, I think that would allow you as your Bloodsworn to get a better charge into said unit. Oh, here comes the arch. That might be why he pulled ahead. Maybe he didn't want to get hit by those. Look at this, Odrysian, using his not very good archers and shooting into those Bloodsworn, which are very, very highly susceptible to arrow fire. So look at that. Look at the damage done on that one. I like this matchup here between these two, a Swaby versus an Odrysian Kingdom. Odrysian using that heavy armor hoplite unit just to try to bully his way into the breach. Bloodsworn at 24 kills, and looks like maybe not getting hit. Well, here they are. Thought maybe they weren't getting hit by archers anymore. Mercenary Celtic warriors beating up some Hastati. It was a very common misconception, even by myself for the longest time, that I believed that Hastati were pretty much the strongest of the low-tier units, and they are not really. Honestly, Celtic warriors are pretty well considered one of the best, and then Galatian swords is one of the other ones. Here we go, look at this. So one hoplite unit going right, one hoplite unit going left, trying to gain a foothold so they can then bring more troops into the city. And look at that. Because of the way this Hastati is held here by the hoplite unit, getting excellent shots. Look at that, 98 men, 94, already breaking. Oh, God, right in the backs. Ooh, and then Thracian warriors up on the walls. Interesting thought there. Not something you typically see. But they are getting pelted up by Velites here, and then some archers, I think. Well, maybe they're not firing. Wonder how many nobles he brought. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 Thracian nobles. Which, honestly, that's really the only elites that they can bring as the attackers. Interestingly, Saba not being pushed too hard by the Pontic archers here. I thought we might see something coming up from there. You know, you have this kind of L-shaped wall that actually works pretty well for getting archers set up. You could probably even put some archers here if you wanted to. But I would not be surprised if eventually we see Pontus move his archers over to begin shooting into the sides and the backs of these Moscot Marauders. Here you go, Thracian warriors going to charge the back of the broken Hastati. More Thracian warriors getting off the walls, but being shot by slingers from Saba. It doesn't look at the moment like they're going to try and push anything over here, but look at this, Swaby outside. Got Germanic scout riders out here, and then the Night Hunter. Yeah, Night Hunters. But to be honest with you, caught up against the veteran hoplites, which is a pretty darn good hoplite unit. And if the it's Massilian Cav. Thought maybe if it was Hippeus Lancer, if he could get into him, but that scout rider is going to be a little too fast to get, you know, for Massilia to get into him. And then he's just going to turn around and hit the back of the Night Hunters. But then the scout rider is going to come around and hit him in the back. Probably just shoot him. Nice charge there. Night Hunter's going to break. Honestly, it's kind of an annoying thing for Massilia. They probably need some sort of maybe... no slingers or anything. I was thinking maybe if they have a slinger, they could kind of use it to kind of scare off that Germanic scout rider, but it doesn't look like it. Veteran hoplites, 93 kills. Nicely done. Lost a couple out of it. And over here, you got the mercenary hoplites engaging Hastati and Bloodsworn, but then the Syrian archers from Rome shooting right into the sides of them. Thracian warriors and the hoplites doing a good cycling here. 91 kills, look at that, there we go. A little bit of a kind of a combination combat here. Got the Thracian warriors, 186, nicely done. Wow, 35 kills on the Pontic swords. Pontic's probably kind of taking the beef of the, taking the meat of the attack, allowing the Thracians to get their cycling in. Over here, you've got kind of a bad spot for the Thorax. You got one hit here, and then a Moscot hitting there. Thorax, I think he's trying to shoot here, but what they're actually shooting is into that wall right there. There we go. Here is the Eastern archers from Pontus moved over to the side, shooting into the backs of the Moscot Marauders. Nicely done, nicely done. Very well. Now what are the Syrians shooting at now? Shooting at mercenary hoplites running away. Look at that, throw spears. Look at that angle, man. And not only are they throwing jabbies, but look at this. The Thracian warrior is about to get a nice charge into the back of the Principes, actually. Principes, I think that's the right call. Pulling out of that. That should nullify the charge that the Thracian warriors just used. They throw spears up to 43 kills. It looks like they're once again going to engage this, so then they're keeping the avenue of flow for the troops open. Moscot's getting a little thin. Got some Sabaean swords up now. Artie's still coming. I think the Artie's shooting over here. 3 units of Principes engaged. Seems like a bit much for that kind of this small little area here. Velotes, 73 kills. Nicely done. Oh, here's the German scout riders again. I think they're going after the ballista. He pulled off. Why pull off when you could probably hit that? Maybe he's worried that it's a trap, that if he goes into this, that the Massilian cav might be able to catch him. There's a nice shot. I think the Syrian archers actually have an angle over into that other street there. Thracian warriors 83. Now they're going to switch out for the mercenary veteran hoplites. Or maybe they're not going to switch. Here you go. There's a switch there. Thracian warriors pulling out. Thorough spears going in. Thracian warriors, 38 kills on those ones. Not too shabby. Bloodsworn now getting shot. I think that's the Thracian bowmen again, which are not exactly the greatest unit. Thracian warriors might break their wavering. I think he's going to keep them. Yep, there he goes. Massilia really pushing the attack on the right-hand side here. But Saba definitely putting up a solid defense here. Moscot Marauders, Sabaean swords. Oh, you can hear the Artie coming in. Look at that one. Moscot Marauders about to drop some kills here. Oh, that was like 14 deaths right there with one artillery hit. Now here, they're probably, there we go. Okay, I was gonna say they probably need to get something up. Looks like maybe some thorax coming in, but I think they're probably gonna support this side. They're getting a little thin over on this side. Veteran hoplites, look at that, 147 kills, broke the Hastati. Now they're gonna move into the Desert Levy. All right, now they've lost a little bit of ground on this side. The Principes, I don't think they're going to pursue any further, although they are sending a unit over this way. Maybe they're going to try and kind of cut off the flow of reinforcements here. The Thracian warriors getting a really nice charge into those Principes. Oh, man. Very, very nice. Very, very nice there. They actually did turn here. Principe is 151 kills, but this is a pretty healthy Hastati, or excuse me, Thorax swords that is going up. Oh, the Principes broke over here. I think they might have actually consisted to their own, their own destruction there. They might have actually gotten some friendly fire, but they need to be careful. Well, the Velites might be out of ammo, so I think maybe they're going to go in and try and slow that down, because they're going to come in, hit the back of the other Principe on this side, and probably finish them off. And you can see Evocati moving forward. Very, very good unit for Rome. Very good. Over on this side, Pontic swords. The Thorough Spears look like they have not been firing. Yeah, they still have ammunition, so... I mean, the Archers, 77 kills, 113 kills, but the Cimbri Bow, oh, they have been firing, okay. So the Cimbri Bowmen have been getting some pretty solid kills. 164 on this Syrian from Rome over here. Once again, probably shooting over into this side right there, would be my guess. Hard-fought battle, man. The attacker, I mean, it's really, when you see going up against Rome as an attacker especially, it can be a bit daunting, especially look at this, Rome and Swaby on the same side. It can be a bit tough, It is a very good combination. But I think that the attackers are doing a pretty good job here, keeping a pretty consistent attack going. They're supporting their troops. I always say, keep these troops close and ready to move into the settlement. That's what I hate. A lot of people, they tend to leave all their stuff way back in the back, not doing anything, and it really can screw you up. So nicely done here by the attackers. The defenders are definitely putting up a stout defense, that is for sure. More Moscot Marauders moving forward. What the defenders are trying to do, they're trying to use this open like plaza right here to kind of surround more of the enemy troops. So it's basically allowing them to kind of put units on the side, put one here. Sometimes they even put one here, which they may need to because of the Thorough Spear. But the Thorough Spear, I think, might just be trying to pull himself into a better spot for javelins, would be my bet. Thorax swords ready to back him up. And it looks like the attackers have regained some ground around the tower now. I think the defenders are really just trying to keep this tower neutralized for now, because once they lose that tower, it will make this a lot harder to hold, given the fact that that tower is basically just free kills for the defenders. But if they neutralize it and keep it neutralized, then it's not helping anyone, but at least it's not shooting you. 99 kills, look at that, nicely done. 102 now on the Odrysian warriors. You can see we're bringing in, the defenders are definitely bringing in more and more of their better units. Got an Eagle cohort now in, 152. And I think he's trying to sneak his Syrians around this unit here. Over here, more and more Evocatis. Look at that, though. So they engage here, and they put their Thorax on the side to get the side volleys. Nicely done. So the defenders, it look like they're just going to pull back to that spot right there. It's going to alleviate the pressure from that flank. Now the Pontic archers, look at this, nicely done. Saba slingers up on the walls, trying to counter off some of these Eastern archers, but he's shooting archers out of ammo. Look at that, he's shooting this unit, and Pontus doesn't care because they are completely out of ammo, and he'd rather that than shoot the ones with ammo. 83 kills, 146, and these guys completely fresh. It's got a ton of Pontics left. Thorough Spears back in the back. Celtics over here. And look at this. I think we're starting to see the Thracian nobles move forward. Scout Riders got close enough that I think he got one of the Thracian bowmen. 179 kills on a Thracian bow is really good. The Thracian warriors, I think, scared him off, though. They are broken, but they aren't shattered, so they could come back. There you go. Syrians around the flank now. 133 kills on this one. Oh, nice volley. God. That was really good. Bounce power is dead even. Evocati's 126. This one's only 35 and has lost 54 men. Then they've got another Eagle cohort backing them up. Let the General's Bodyguard close for support. Evocati. Some units breaking from Sabo over here. Moscot Marauders wavering, shaken, shattered. 82 kills on the Pontics, 169 on the Thuros. Very well done. Then a fresh Pontic sword coming up. They have lost 10 men, but still pretty healthy. Now, how are the Cimbri bowwomen doing back here? 81 kills, 54, 67. Still getting some pretty consistent fire, especially right here. So if you look at the unit figures, you see that they have a shield in their left hand and a sword in their right hand. Now, the angle of the archer fire is coming from the right, which means that that is actually hitting them in the side that doesn't have the shield, thus nullifying their shield bonus. That is why getting those side shots can even matter which side you get the side shot from. Look at this like wimpy officer back here. The officer of the unit sitting like 3 rows back, just like, yeah, you guys can do it, go ahead, woo! When like they're up there dying to the Romans. Now Pontus actually pulled one of the depleted Pontic swords back into the side, and I'm curious for that. Maybe he just doesn't want to lose a full unit. I'm not sure. And here come the Eastern Archers moving even further to the side once again, just to get that good archer angle and archer volley into the backs and sides of the Moscot Marauders. This Roman defense is going to be tough to get through. Now, if anybody can get through it, it is the Thracian nobles when they come in. Oh, and look, Saba over here. Sabaean Camel Cataphracts out. They've got 48 kills. Looks like they just killed the Pontic Ballista. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's basically most of what they got. They might have killed some other like random stuff, but looks like majority of it was right here on the Ballista. You can see the crew running away over here. So another thing the attackers will need to worry about, but he has covered himself decently well with some thorough spears around the sides. They will be able to get some solid javelin volleys off. The unit hasn't lost anyone, but it is exhausted. That tells me he probably used trample. Maybe we're going to get a Thracian noble going in now. This one moving forward. I'd be interested to see what would happen, Thracian noble versus Camel Cataphracts. I bet you that the Camel Cataphracts would win, but I feel like the Thracian nobles would probably do some heavy damage to them. Might need to do some testing on that. Thracian nobles are very good against cavalry, so... And I think we got a Swordmaster. Oh, Berserker moving in. Look at that. Now, can we get the Berserkers to go Berserk? I've always noticed that they never do quite as well until they go Berserk. He hasn't used his ability yet, so he's they've got the Frenzy ability and Headhunt. I think he's probably waiting, hoping that that unit will go berserk, and then he can hit the headhunt and the frenzy. Well, the frenzy really, honestly, only helps mostly when charging in. It improves your charge bonus. So he may not use the frenzy, but I bet you if he goes berserk, he will use the headhunt. Berserk, it improves a lot of your combat stats, but it tends to make you really tired afterwards, things like that. General moving back forward. Once again, probably just using his abilities. He's got the strategist general, so that means that he's got the second wind and the battle rhythm. Second wind is a really fun one just because of the fact that it's an instant refresh for a unit, which, you know, can be pretty broken. And I don't know about broken, but that is really, really good. Pontic Royal Cavalry over here. The Camel Cataphracts just kind of meandering around, just taking a tour of the enemy camp here. But they are exhausted.
Move it! Forward! Understood, as you say. Move it!
Berserkers up to 61 or 62 kills, excuse me, but they are down to 43 out of 80. And really, what is not good for them is that right there. They are, oh, here we go. And then Odrysian Kingdom moving the Thracian Noble over to just kind of like scare him off. Might even try to get in, but Saba's, I don't know, can he get out? Here we go. Oh, Saba's in a lot of trouble. His Camel Cataphracts definitely did not get a, that was weird. Definitely did not get a charge on that one. Look at that, 18 kills on the Thracian Noble General. Thracian Noble General didn't lose any in that, and he's probably going to get 4 more right there. Then he's probably going to fall back from that one, doesn't want to overextend himself. But anyways, what I was saying is the Berserker really is not going to like the tower fire there. So that's probably, honestly, he's probably lost multiple units to that. It looks like Rome is going to give up that hard-fought area. They're falling back to this area, and then probably, yeah, he's going to set here. Thorax Sword moving in, hitting the Avocates. The thing that they do lose in this, they lose a little bit of that archer angle that they've been using so dominantly so far.
Move it!
Thorax Sword came back all the way back here and going to come back. 42 men. Stout of heart. But look at this. The Swaby unit's pulled forward. He's probably going to need to engage these. Oh, that's a Thracian Noble. Oh, man. Now, is that the general? Or... No, okay. Now, this Thracian Noble's seen some combat. He's 41 kills, 146 men left. Not the greatest combat for the Thracian Noble here, just given the fact that charging through the breach tends to really kind of screw things up, especially your charge. Then on this side in the middle street, looks like Swaby's maybe trying to throw some javelins here. Although he's got 41 kills, I think he might be out of javelins. And same thing, Saba has pulled back, you know, he pulled back a little bit earlier, I guess, but he has pulled back here. Mostly, I think it was the pikes that have really caused that fallback. You know, he just can't do anything about it. Pontus has the bronze shield pikes, which are a 700 and I think they're 760 gold, something like that, but they are very, very good pike for that price. And here comes Bloodsworn moving forward. Looks like they're going to try and get in on the party. Bloodsworn here engaged 74, doing pretty good. They're eating right through these Celtic warriors from Massilia. So you're an archers out of ammo or in combat? Just in combat, I guess. Because obviously they're in combat, but the question is, are they out of ammo or not? Same thing, Kimbri Bowwomen, 143 kills. I would bet they are out of ammo. Bloodsworn going to charge in now, 19 kills on the charge. The camel cataphracts moving around over here. I really don't think they liked that hit from the Thracian nobles. Now maybe if the camel cataphracts had gotten the charge, which they didn't, I bet they probably would have done some pretty significant damage on it. They are a very good unit. Here comes another unit. Look at this, Marib camel cataphracts, which are the better version of the Sabaean camel cataphracts. So if they were to charge in, even if the enemy units get the javelin volley, the javelins, they don't always do that much damage to these units. I've seen a great javelin toss hit these guys right in the face, and it took down like 2. But not just that, they will get a charge, and they will hurt very badly when they do. Oh, here we go. Swaby turned around, artillery going straight down the street, trying to hit these clumps of units. Honestly, I bet he's aiming for the Thracian nobles over here. And he just moved it just in time. Is this okay? The Scout Rider did come back, 166 kills, and he's going to come in and take down the Thracian bowmen. And Odrysian Kingdom, oh, just sees it last second. Oh, maybe not. I thought I saw them start to run away, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah, so Swaby is trying to shoot over and get these clumps of Thracian nobles. And it looks like they're putting more and more pressure onto the left side here. Rome is now turned around. Camel cataphracts just kind of meandering around over here. I think they're just trying to like, are we gonna do it? I don't know. Scout Riders came through the breach into the mercenary Gallic Hunters, which I don't believe the Gallic Hunters were out of ammo. I think that's why he went for them. Thorax now coming over. Thracian nobles now coming over. I'm coming over. Here we go. Archer fire shooting the camels. Now, are they prepared? Jabby toss into the back of the camels. Notice camel cataphracts, they've got their armor on the front. So because he got him in the back, he got a really nice javelin volley. 6 units there. 6 men gone. Pontic Royal Cav gonna kind of try and zone them out. The Pontics will lose that fight if they get in it, but it may cause the camel cataphracts to be a little less likely to go into it. Balance power, I think, is slightly shifting towards the attackers here. Here we go, Pontic Royals versus the camel cataphracts and the other camel cataphracts. Stampede on both of them. So 10 on the charge. Pontic Royals down to 164. Now once again, if these 2 units can get jabby tosses as they run away, they can do some good damage there. Pontus is really, he's not worried about losing his gen. He knows that he's got to keep these camel cataphracts at bay. And the bad thing for the camel cataphracts is because of that trample, they will now be exhausted, which is going to leave them a little slower. And, well, not that one because he just refreshed himself. But the same does still apply to this one over here. And it is beginning to lose men. Pontic Royal Cav starting to pull up some kills here. The camel cataphract trying to kind of get out and try and reposition himself to maybe charge again, but that is not going to happen given he is now shattered. 115 kills is probably not good enough for that unit. But this one coming in to support in the center. Now, can Odrysian Kingdom get that unit in? Doesn't look like it. Looks like the camel cataphract is going to get out of that fray. Still got Pontic swords back here, Thracian noble, some cav. Looks like this push might be pretty much done. You know, I guess Odrysian could probably put some support here that might do it. And I think they are starting to gain some ground. They've pushed a little bit up, but Swaby's sitting here getting some nice javelin volleys into the back of Pontus here. And then some more Saba Moscow Marauders coming back. 156 out of 156 kills, excuse me. And now, what do you got? The Pontic Royal Cap going to charge the Swordmasters? Coming off the stairs, so he might get a good charge there. He's got a couple kills on the charge. I don't think he got the full impact of what he wanted, but he's doing all right. That may slow them down enough just to get the Thracian Nobles in. Camel Cataphracts look like they're going to try and come in, but come on. Come on. Come on, Thracian Nobles. Go, go, go. Camel Cataphracts are tied up. They're caught up on the corner, so they may get a couple here. But I saw the Roman general moving around over here somewhere. I don't know where he went, though. Is he sitting here, or is he trying to... I don't know. Thracian Nobles are now engaged on the Swordmasters. 148 kills to the Swordmasters, 121. 133 men left, so very well done. And actually, I think we're going to get a push down here. Pontic Royal Cav moving over this way. The Thracian Noble General moving over. Bloodsworn going to try and plug the gap, but look at this. Bloodsworn don't like cavalry. Oh, man. Oh, God, look at the numbers drop. I'm a little surprised that it didn't break instantly from that. He's gonna. It looks like he will. He's breaking, wavering at least. Cataphracts now going to come down this street. I think they're going because it's a straight line charge. But yeah, I would agree. Why would you charge into the Thracian Noble? Sounds like a terrible idea.
It sounds like death. Death is bad for your health. We don't like death.
Swordmaster is going to engage the Pontic Swordsmen. Pontic Swords got a battle rhythm from the general over here. And then we'll look at that. I think, yeah, battle rhythm headhunt. So Swordmaster's headhunt, and then the general's bodyguard with the battle rhythm. Camel Cataphracts are going to charge Pontus. Pontus probably going to avoid that. Camel Cataphracts are exhausted. It is no bueno. All right, so Odrysian about to be freed up here. They could probably send a unit over here to hit this, and then I would take the other 2 units over here to deal with this stuff. And then honestly, if I was Pontus, I would probably move my gen and maybe catch the Roman gen or something. All right, so they're sending 2 units down here and 1 unit over here. Here we go. Full charge by the Saba's Camel Cataphracts. Got a decent charge on it. But man, the Thracian Nobles are just beasts. 63 charge bonus versus, well, with the Stampede, it's 113 charge bonus. But I think their original is like 80 without the Stampede, at least. So the Swordmaster is actually turning to plug the gap here, but that does allow the Pontic Swords to get around. And I think the Swordmasters have got 131 men wavering army losses. Oh. And then I don't know that the Marib Camel Cataphracts are going to make it out of this one. Pontic Cav, 22.
I'm feeling 22.
And I think that's GG. I think that is an attacker's win here. 20 seconds left. Yeah, I think that is it. Couple units over here wavering, but not broken yet. 122. Yeah. All right, we're going to fast forward to the end here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End.
In battle, all right. For the attackers, we have got Sheriff as Macilio at 2192. His thorax swords, look at that, 213, 211 is, I think these Massilian, or they're hoplites. Yeah, Massilian hoplites. 128, 121, 138. Now, real name, I believe that is Agent Panda, 2675. Look at the Thracian Nobles, 239, 146 with a double chevron, 100 with a single chevron. Archers did pretty well. I mean, Thracian bowmen are not very good, so getting the kills that he's done here are actually pretty darn good for them. And honestly, for Thracian warriors, 181, 190, 177, 194 on a mercenary hoplite, nicely done there by Odrysian. Finally, Bulb as Pontus here, 1911 kills. Archers did very well. His swords, a couple of them did pretty solid. The others, I mean, look, they are pretty healthy though. 86 green, 7 green, 0 green. So nicely done there by the attackers. For the defenders, we've got Mr. Buddha as Rome. I feel like I didn't say that earlier. Did I not say that earlier? I don't know. 2,076 kills. I mean, his Hastati, I think, could have done a little better. Principes did pretty good. And honestly, these like 113, 156, that's just okay for avocados. 214 with double chevrons, pretty good though. We got Jewel as Saba with 1,707 kills, 115 on his Sabian Camel Cataphracts. And then the Moscow Marauders did solid enough, but it was hard dealing with that archer position. Finally, Wolfie as Swaby with 2,244 kills. Honestly, that's the one I like. 252 on the Scout Riders. Nicely done. 243 on the Cambry Bowwomen. His Berserkers, they didn't go Berserk, and that's the tough part. And he had a Bloodsworn that died, with a lot of health left on him. Well, that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to go hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next time.